We're now just days away from seeing lawmakers in all three Siouxland states return to their respective capital cities to legislate for the new year. Tonight, a look at what some of the hot-button issues could be in Des Moines when the Republican-controlled legislature gets gavelled in next Monday. Reporter Travis Chin has our top story tonight at 6.
The 2025 Iowa legislative session kicks off on Monday in Des Moines. Republicans will hold an advantage in both the State House and the State Senate this session. One of the issues that could be tackled this session is oversight on the school voucher program, a topic that Democrats and Republicans disagree on.
There's no auditing, there's no mandatory reporting, so the money that goes into these programs, and they first go to a out-of-state corporation before they go to the schools, and they take their chunk of money. We don't know if it's working well or not and anything like that because there's no responsible or accountability.
So there's this call for we have to have the same accountability that the public school has in an accredited private school. I would argue that that accountability hasn't necessarily achieved the outcome in the public schools that we want.
An item that seems to be a priority to state Republicans is lowering property taxes for Iowans. If those are decreased, this could put state programs that rely on that funding at risk.
Property taxes have been a rising issue and it really gets exacerbated or really highlighted with inflation. People on fixed income, people on a retirement income find themselves running the real risk of getting taxed off their property. So that really causes people to think about property tax. Is it fair? Is it the right tax? But it's that mechanism that funds local and county government.
Any ways that we can make it easier for everyday Iowans, I think, is a good thing. The problem with it is they tend to talk about property tax, but then they don't really give details. And so that's where the fight is going to be, is in the details.
Other issues that could be looked at include Medicaid work requirements, transgender athlete restrictions, and cell phone use in schools. In Sioux City, Travis Chin, KCAU-9 News.
And elsewhere around Siouxland, the 109th Nebraska legislative session, the first of the season, gets underway tomorrow. Lawmakers, including Speaker John Arch, say the biggest issue for this year's 90-day session is the state budget. The Nebraska Examiner reporting that in the next 2 fiscal years, the state budget is expected to run more than $432 million short. And if it's left unchecked, estimates forecast the budget hole could increase to more than $1.1 billion by the middle of 2029. Another big priority is reworking property tax collections and the formula used in Nebraska so that school districts could then lower tax rates, offsetting reductions within state aid. And in South Dakota, the state will gather its lawmakers for the 100th session on January 14th. Some of the bills already being filed include increasing fees for standard driver's licenses and commercial driver licenses, along with the fee for wholesale distributors, and creating a new fee for transferring of a pharmacy license. Lawmakers in South Dakota will also work on the state budget that Governor Kristi Noem has previously laid out. That includes a 1.25% for education, health care, and state employees, and creates education savings accounts. It also makes reductions to programs such as South Dakota Public Broadcasting.